The Department of Social Development will receive the largest allocation over the medium term from the national fiscus. Presenting his maiden budget yesterday, Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana allocated 58.6 billion to the department. Take a listen.
The Department of Social Development will receive the largest allocation of 58.6 billion over the medium term for the following. First, to initiate a new extended child support grant for double orphans. This is to encourage the care of orphans within families rather than foster care. Second, to provide inflationary increases to permanent social grants. For 2022-23 fiscal year, the old age, war veterans, disability and care dependence grants will increase by 90 rand in October. The foster care and child support grants will increase by a once-off 20 rand in April. Thirdly, 44 billion rand is allocated for a 12-month extension of the 350 social relief grant, total distress grant.
So joining us this morning to unpack how the budget impacts approximately 18 million grant recipients is Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu. Good morning, Minister. It's great to have you with us on the program this morning. There is a lot to unpack insofar as your department is concerned with what the Minister announced yesterday. But I want to begin with grant recipients themselves getting some relief there. That announcement that allocations will, from April of this year, increase above inflation rates.
Thank you very much, Michelle, and a very good morning to all your viewers. May I, if you allow me, to firstly extend our deepest condolences to Ricky Rick's family. This is a tragedy for us as South Africans, and may I also say that this is an area of work that we all need to work on within our families, within our friends, and the closest people around us. We have to watch out for the telltale signs. And then going straight to your question, yes, we are very happy with the increases that have happened. And may I also make the statement again that this is what normally happens each and every year. Throughout the year, we work towards ensuring that this happens as a Department of Social Development. But also we want to indicate that there must not be a confusion here, because from yesterday, I've been hearing people talking about the extension of the grants like as if it is something new. No, it is not new. It is something that the government and a caring government has to do all the time, particularly considering the challenges that are faced by our people in terms of the fact that there are no jobs out there. But we must also understand there are social grants that are normal, that come out, that are extended almost each and every year.
So, Minister, I want to ask you about this initiative that Enoch Godongwana announced yesterday as well, this extended child support grant for double orphans. Is this something that is completely new, Minister? Because what Godongwana said yesterday is that it's to encourage the care of orphans within families rather than in foster care.
Yes, that is not new again, as I want to indicate to you. From a policy point of view, government has always encouraged that we have these children living within our communities, and for the families that can be able to take them, particularly relatives that can be able to take care of them. This is a policy of government, and therefore we have been encouraging families, including the fact that we are encouraging adoption, so that children who are growing up must grow within family environment. What is happening is that we encourage this rather than the children being taken to institutions all the time. We encourage that they are taken care of within families. From an extension point of view of the grant, yes, we can say it's something new, but from an encouragement of having people taking these children, and especially relatives, living with them, is what government has always been encouraging. Yeah. And it is part of the program of the Department of Social Development.
Yeah. As you say, no new information given around the extension of the relief of distress grant Minister, but Enoch Godongwana still stopping short of going anywhere towards a basic income grant.
Yes, we did not expect him to go into the basic income grant at all. And I think I've been trying to express this a few times to say that the discussion and the debate about it and putting it back on the table is something that we did last year on the basis that we were looking at what happens after the SRD 350, particularly considering the fact that COVID-19 is still with us. But beyond COVID-19 itself, it's about the creation of jobs. It's about the availability and accessibility of opportunities for our people to take care of themselves. I do want to put it straight that we're not only just looking at the 350, which has been extended. We are also looking into what else can be done to make sure that our people can get jobs. What else can be done to make sure that government and the private sector and all assist in the creation of jobs? Because whether we like it or not, Michelle, 350 is not much for people to live on. People would rather be able to go out and hustle for themselves and maintain themselves. However, considering the fact that we were hit by COVID-19 very badly, and then our economy is not doing very well, and the growth of the economy is also slow, and therefore the jobs are also slow, it was important for the government, and in particular President Cyril Ramaphosa, to make this announcement and have the extension going on for the whole year, and that within the year will give us the opportunity to look and work towards the other options, including the basic income grant and the discussion thereof. Remember, when you decide that you're going to have a basic income grant, you've also got legislative processes and governance processes that you must make sure take place. And that's where we are right now.
Yeah, the minister is saying that 220 billion rand is needed for a basic income grant. Minister Lindiwe Zulu, I want to ask you about the bulk of the budget going to social spending that was announced yesterday by the finance minister. For those of us who depend on the Department of Social Development and who depend on social grants, what can people expect insofar as an improvement in their lives across the board in terms of the work that your department does? What real-world changes can we expect, Minister, over the next financial year with the bulk of that budget going to social development?
Firstly, the bulk of the budget going to the department and going to the people, because it's not just coming to the department. We receive the money, and then the money is dispersed through SASSA, and we all know that. What is important is the appreciation of the fact that there is inflation, an appreciation that there's poverty and hunger, an appreciation that people need this money in their hands, and in particular because there is proof that these people get the money and they buy the most basics of what sometimes people take for granted. So this money is going into the hands of the people. And may I also add that as the money goes into the hands of the people, it goes back to the economy, because people don't keep that money. People don't buy stuff that is exported. They buy the basics. So the money goes right back into the economy, because they have to use, they have to buy products, which therefore means there is also going to be an increase in the production of whatever people need when that money goes into their hands. What we expect is just a slight improvement from having cash, an amount of cash increase, an increase which might not look like it's big, but I always say that when you look at the basic income, when you look at the grants themselves, it's 18 million people multiplied each with the different categories of the grant. So you can see how much of the chunk of the overall budget that takes. But it's important for that to happen, because we need to cushion our people from poverty. We need to lift our people up from poverty in particular.
Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu, let me thank you for your time this morning on the AM report. South Africa's 18 million grant recipients receiving those above inflation increases, in some cases translating into about 90 to 100 rand. The minister saying it does make a small difference.